For everyone paying attention, this is an incredibly beautiful sight to see. And down goes the network that, of course, has been protecting child traffickers along with their larger pull stringers for way too long. All of this is we're still kind of waiting here for the Epstein JFK list and all these other documents that were promised us by this Trump administration that still haven't come. Why haven't they come? As there are now larger rumors about documents being deleted, sabotage efforts, and of course, spying rings that are currently bugging the President of the United States, as it's fair to say that the intel agencies really don't want one of their coveted extortion operations exposed to the general public, because they will find out just how absolutely awful, evil, and absolutely insane it was for us to pay taxes to organizations that were literally using it to traffic children in order to gain power over powerful individuals in our society. As it still is day zero since anyone associated with Miss Maxwell or Epstein have been arrested. That is not good. We want those numbers to, of course, go up. We want them to go up dramatically, as Glenn Beck, not so long ago, specifically promised that the Epstein list would be released within the first 24 hours of Kash Patel being confirmed, and so far that didn't happen. What did happen here is a lot of people are now kind of asking questions like, hey, Pam Bondi, the Attorney General of the United States, you kind of teased last week that there were files, that the Epstein list was on your desk, and it's now Tuesday. We still don't have it. Can we please release it? I made the statement specifically on the quartering that, maybe it wouldn't be best to release the list Friday night when the list was teased to us. I said the perfect time to release it would be Monday morning. Let's make this a news cycle that's going to last the entire week. Monday passed as I was anxiously coming to my desk here waiting. It's Tuesday. And still, we have no signs, other than signs of some FBI agents running a cover-up operation here and destroying and hiding documents. And again, this should be a priority. We argued why it should be a priority for so frickin' long, as even Congresswoman Anna Paulina just came out on social media and saying, hey, on February 11th and 19th, House Oversight sent a letter to the DOJ asking for the status on the releasing of the Epstein files, as well as the JFK, etc. The DOJ has not responded, reaching out on X because we can't seem to get a response from the Attorney General. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign there. That's red flags all around, as this Congresswoman asks the Attorney General publicly, what's the status of these documents? These documents were ordered to be declassified, and yet they're not. They're past deadline. They should be released to the general public. Whatever you might say about this committee, as long as this committee just reveals everything and releases everything to the general public, they could have their little committees, but these documents deserve to be out there to the general public. As Benny Johnson, specifically speaking to an FBI whistleblower, revealed that they are destroying the evidence right before Kash Patel and Dan Bongino could take over. Now, if you remember, on this show specifically, I was saying, there's a reason there's a postponement of Kash Patel's appointment. There's a reason they're holding him back as the last person that they kind of confirm with all the other controversial people that were already moving ahead of him. And that's because they need to get their ducks in a row. And I said this a number of times. And I was like, they need to make sure that the documents are destroyed, that they have their story straight, and they have the cover-up of what happened with their 30-plus year operation of trafficking children to very prominent and powerful individuals. Here's the clip that it could be a larger explanation to why we haven't seen these files and what could be potentially happening behind the scenes from the Benny Johnson show.
You maybe give us a closer in perspective as to what the subversion is happening inside of the building right now. I mean, it's obviously you're going to have like an antibody reaction to somebody
Absolutely.
like Kash.
I'll give you a big one that I heard recently, which was already passed on, is that there are FBI servers that are sort of standalone. And people inside the FBI have been working night and day to destroy files on these servers. And I was told that once these files are destroyed, the way they are set up, that even Elon Musk could not restore them. So that's happening right now.
Yep. You know, the average person out there doesn't have access to a lot of the high-end tech that the intel agencies have when it comes to recovering hard drives and, of course, destroying hard drives. That's, I think something's afoot here. Clearly, the delay was very suspicious from the kind of very get-go of all of this. Clearly, we're dealing with a lot of kind of mafioso thug actors that are known for breaking the law in many egregious, illegal ways that we can't even comprehend ourselves. So when we're dealing with a lot of those types of individuals, we have to understand there's going to be a lot of foul play, which could also be remotely related to Trump removing the Resolute desk from his Oval Office, as a lot of people are suspecting that it has been bugged. Now, why would they be bugging the office of President of the United States? Who has the capabilities of bugging the offices of the President of the United States? What organizations have more power than the President of the United States? We'll get into that in a little bit. Before we do, we want to tell you about wearechange.shop. We got a lot of really great, amazing supplements available to you here on our own store, including our own teas that you see behind me. We have lemon ginger tea. We have white peach tea. We're doing this in collaboration with The Quartering. And truly, if you like tea, everyone does coffee. Some people just can't do coffee. It has too much caffeine. Some people like tea. I like tea that doesn't have any poison or microplastics in it, and that's why we launched our Sip Happens microplastic-free tea with the happy testicle on it with no microplastics in it. That right there is the way forward, guys. Of course, these products are great. You could brew a whole bunch of tea. These are the bags that it comes in. And again, no tea bags. All the tea bags have microplastics. Just get away from all that crap. All right? You got to make sure we as men take care of our mouths and take care of ourselves. The white peach is my favorite. If you're looking for more of a health-conscious drink, lemon ginger is also really good as well. Ginger has a lot of great benefits for you as well. And by getting the tea, you support this independent media network at the same time. So, you know, everyone's kind of shucking and jiving coffee. I got offered a whole bunch of coffee deals. Now I'm like, let's just do tea. No one's doing tea. This, to me, is the perfect kind of smart, intelligent way to move forward, that you guys get a great product that is quality controlled, that doesn't poison you, and you get to support this independent media network at the same time. Now, let's get back to our larger question here. Who has the power to specifically bug the President of the United States? Well, the intel agencies. The intel agencies that have always had this kind of weird relationships with past presidents, as it's clear that these are the same institutions that stay in power forever, and it's pretty clear that they usually always get their way until now, when we're dealing with a very kind of different situation, as we have a political juggernaut, Donald Trump, who isn't playing ball with the intel agencies. If you remember last time around, he said, I'm going to release the JFK files. I'm going to release them. I swear I'm going to release them. He didn't release them because the intel agencies came to him and said, yeah, no, you're not going to release them. And Trump said, okay. This time around, Trump said, I'm going to release them. He's releasing them. He signed the order. He did it. And now they're not released. Why aren't they released when Donald Trump directly ordered them to be released? Well, I think what we're seeing right now is an internal power struggle between these intel agencies that are usually unaccountable, usually get their way, and the larger juggernaut of political discontent with them, Donald J. Trump. As now we have a lot of members of our government, including Senator Marsha Blackburn, that are coming out and saying, hey, unredact all of them. Release the flight logs now. Elon Musk actually released a tweet saying yes to a U.S. senator specifically saying this, as she is specifically describing that these documents have been blocked for years, in a way that, of course, protects very awful, horrible people. I think we had enough of that, and I think the general public wants these names released immediately. So does Elon Musk. So does, of course, Congressman MTG, who just declared, I want to see the Epstein list. And, of course, we all do. We all deserve to see it. As now there's even betting markets right now that went down after the news that there are speculations that the FBI is destroying a lot of these documents. Now, did they destroy these documents? well, probably the biggest, most important ones, maybe that weren't even associated with it, maybe that would have been found by accident, maybe that would have been, procured here, maybe. And truly, this is very concerning news, to say the least. John Rocker decided to troll all of us, saying, reportedly, the Epstein files will be made February 29th. It's not a leap year this year, and February 29th does not exist. As for a second there, he got me there. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, well, I gotta wait. 4 more days. And then I'm like, oh. As again, Pam Bondi declared, hey, the Epstein's list, it's just on my desk. What is it doing there? Get it out there immediately. This needs to be done for a number of reasons, as we're also hearing rumors that currently there's a lot of panic at the FBI with Kash Patel and Don Bongino there dealing with a lot of unruly passengers on their new voyage of truth, honesty, and justice. As clearly a lot of the agents there, they were a little politically biased. Let's just leave it at that. Now, we're hearing of people freaking out, people being fired, people in disarray, people doing their best to stop any kind of work being done there. And again, is that why we don't have the Epstein client list? Or was it because they already destroyed and made sure that none of us are able to specifically get it? A lot of people are saying, hey, drop it. And again, they could be willing to drop it. They could be dropping it, or there could be something else sinister behind the scenes here. But again, the implications are very vast here, because the longer, as Simon Gudick points out, the longer we delay everything here, the longer a lot of people have suspicions here about what's really going on here. The longer blackmail operations are still continuing to go on, meaning that a lot of the political opposition, a lot of the influential positions of power are still being manipulated right now. And as we've seen, the intel agencies manipulate them in a way against Donald Trump. So Donald Trump needs to get rid of this larger blackmail operation in order to kind of secure his position of power and not be tested by this larger compromise extortion operation that, of course, was utilized and implemented against him for so frickin' long. And, of course, just the basic common sense thing, there's children out there that are probably still being hurt by predators that are on the list that will never be held accountable unless that list comes out, and those children will actually be able to get justice here and probably be stopped from being able to be hurt here. Again, what else? I want to know what ABC had that they can't, as we have this very famous videotape from James O'Keefe, previously with Project Veritas, that released this clip here, specifically showing a news anchor saying this.
Everything. She had pictures. She had everything. She was in hiding for 12 years. We convinced her to come out. We convinced her to talk to us. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton, we had everything. I tried for 3 years to get it on, to no avail, and now it's all coming out, and it's like these new revelations, and I freaking had all of it. I'm so pissed right now. Like, every day I get more and more pissed, because I'm just like, oh my God, it was what we had was unreal. Other women backing it up. Hey, yeah.
Those documents should be subpoenaed. Let's find out what they had. Let's find out what else is going on here. It's clearly, we don't have the full picture here. We don't know what was going on here, other than it's pretty clear that the intel agencies were involved here. Epstein was an intel asset, and he was getting compromise and extortion on all these powerful people. Clinton, Gates, you name them. I mean, holy freaking cow. I mean, the A-list celebrities, so many powerful people, as, again, we're told, hey, it's sitting on my desk, and I think it's fair to say that they've been sitting on there too long. Let's not let them collect dust here. Let's release them right now, as clearly the American people are hungry for some larger answers here, and I think we deserve them. If you agree, share this video with your friends and family members. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys getting the teas and the supplements on wearechange.shop. Check out that store. Click the link down in the description below. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here exclusively on youtube.com/wearechange.